Hello and welcome back, guys. This is tier 3 mystery round 2 for you guys. ASG. Today's comms got Justin with me, but he'll be joining us in a bit. And for the special round, after the wheel spin earlier, we got Portugal, and already we can see Snetchy on his lap right now. Last corner, going towards the last corner and go to the straight right now. And as it's a mystery round, no one really have any practice, and I believe most of them should do alright, as we had Portugal on our last calendar last time, so all of them should have at least the idea of how the lines, breaking point are, etc. But right now, as you can see, obviously Snetchy first one on the lap and gets the purple sector 1. And most people out of the pit now. I don't think he'll get any traffic, and goes a bit wide there with the rear sliding out and invalidates his lap. Further behind we got, I think, Nelson in Ferrari going for a lap. He'll be the one giving us provisional lap for drivers to look up, but runs a bit wide, but game say no invalid, so that's still a valid lap. Purple sector 2 as Snetchy invalid, so he gets fastest sector 2, but seems alright. Into the last few corner now, taking it nice and wide with the momentum to get a good exit, carrying almost the that he can carry with. And to the straight he goes up the hill. DRS wide open over the line, 118.5. Very big lap here, with the Haas behind starting his lap, and then we got, I think, Rover maybe invalidate his lap as well, a medium, but I guess he's trying his setup. And with Toxic James now, last corner, and DRS open across the line, 117.2, 1.3 seconds quicker at the moment. With behind, got Alpine crossing the line to start the lap, and Aston coming to the line, Yashiba with a 118.4. Seems like Toxic James having a very good lap here to take the lead. Right now Williams coming to the line, I think, or starting the lap with the Red Bull of Snetchy wedge going cross, but I think it's just a warm-up lap, or he gave up that lap. With Phantominium now for 10th of a lead for the pole lap, and Scenic goes P3 with a 170.4, Haydeman 170.9, P4. It seems to be like Phantominium having a quite massive gap to P2 now, and Snetchy with a further improvement goes 170.7 and P4 in front of his teammate Haydeman. And now the Haas of Grammy come to the last corner up the hill. DRS wide open, and it's a 129.2. I believe he would like to do better than that, as Schrober slots into P5 with a 170.8. It seems people are kind of around the 117, so FinSec 117.0. At the moment, P2 closest to Phantominium at the moment. But still, Phantominium got a 2/10-ish gap with Hamburg. The last corner, but invalidate. So the next one, I assume, would be next go Redford is 10 seconds. So I think he's just had a cool down lap maybe, but it's an in lap, so not just a cool down lap. With K Namagon crossing the line, 170.6 slots into P5. And more people further behind, Manny 170.5, and Tom K goes 118.2 P10. Next to cross the line, another Ferrari, but Nelson starting the lap in that. And Gary Hamilton coming to the line, 118.1 goes P10. Roberts invalid the lap, so it will be in lap. And there's Finzik going in the pit as well. Gamer LP starting his lap now, so we can go on a lap with him, at least there. So now going towards turn 1. Would like to take it nice, without touching the curb too much, but he runs a bit wide. Try too hard to avoid the sausage curb inside, which ruins your lap, as well as going too wide and invalidates his lap. And maybe Toxic James starting another lap, maybe, I think. But we will look at Gamer LP's lap. Is it invalid? Dynamic going in with Nelson. I think it's in lap, or maybe he's starting the lap as well because he got full battery shots with it in lap. And Tom K should be behind him, joining it in the pit. Manny in the pit as well. Gary going himself around in lava, I think, or maybe trying to charge it back to which game? Oh, game sound, okay. Game sound should be better now, maybe. Tell me if it's gone better or it should be louder or, you know, anything like that. But right now, Toxic James crossing the line 3/10 improvement with P2 116.9 on all tires from what I remember. So we would see more improvement later, I believe. Schrober saying it's rusty. Schrober, but you probably go a bit higher with improvement new tires maybe, but we will see. As there's still 4 car now without a lap time, but P9's alright, Schrober. I mean, use the tire run, yeah. So James could still gain, I would say, half a second maybe. But I don't know. Yeah, I saw you on the mediums or so, mate. But now there's Snetchy, not Snetchy, Paydeman starting the lap. Let's go with him right now. So like now, turn 1, don't want to go on further, but the line as well, but takes it perfectly. A bit lock up there, but wouldn't lose him much time. Will he spin here? No, he wouldn't. Takes the line perfectly. And now to the corner, brake nicely. A bit locked up, but again, wouldn't lost him a lot of time. With a purple sector 1 in fact. So that's a bit of improvement there. Now to the tricky sector 2. A lot of incline, decline. Cars going off to let him through. Very nice. No traffic for him. Will we see maybe a pull up here? And he takes Apex, a bit off Apex, but still good enough. 6/10 improvement right now, which at least will put him into top 5 if he keeps it up. And then to the last sector, a bit wheel spin, but it's alright. Takes it wide with carry the speed over. Phantom Minion 116.7 improvement there. 2/10 is the gap to P1 to P2, but like I say, 8/10 improvement. In fact, another 2/10 from last sector, but Payderman goes P4 right now. Nice effort there with a good lap. And 9%, so I don't know how much I can gain. Maybe you're saving tire, I guess. But P2 still good enough, I'll say. Good start, just stay with DIS maybe. And Justin's the cold comms for today, but he's running a bit late, so he'll join like mid quali, I hope, at least, instead of like mid race, but we will see. As now there's a Red Bull of Snetdo Wedge coming over the line right now. 120, 4-second improvement, but still stays 18 with an Alpine or Flip going in the pit, but Finzik starting the lap. Tom K letting people through with the other AlphaTauri of next gained 2.3 seconds, 117.6 goes P9. Good improvement there. With I think K&M again, 2/10 improvement almost, and should put him few position up, goes up to P5 with a 117.2, 3, almost 4/10 improvement, in fact, not just 3. And the Haas of Gary, I think, start on the lap right now, yep. And Net Dolwedge still on the lap with 1.1 second, purple sector 2 as well. Let's see what he can cook here. This is massive improvement. Very careful on the exit, I'll say, but every driver drives that corner differently. Up the hill, DRS now gains 2 seconds, 118.4, but still not enough for a position change, I'll say. And there's Finzik coming over the line, goes pole position with a 116.5. Another 2/10 for the leader to P2. The gap is getting bigger and bigger now from P1 down to P2 or further down. But from P3 to I don't know, even to all the way down, to be fair. Everyone's gap's like within half a tenth towards people, each other, but I'll say top 10, if they stay in DRS, this could be a good fight here. There's a Williams of Hamburg is on the outlap with an Alpine of Finzik speeding back to the pit. Also, I didn't ask, is there gonna be rain maybe? Anyone? Weather report? Rain, just sunny, any weather? But right now, people mostly go in pit. But Senna it's not being in the pit, half a second improvement. That would put him at least top 3, I'll say. Top, just miss out on 3rd. Second row, P4, 17-0. Good effort from Senna there. With Snedgy starting his lap. AlphaTauri of Tom K as well. Manny, I think. Oh, slight improvement, but he decides to go in pit for maybe new tires for a better improvement, I'll say. With Hamburg coming across the line, 117.6 puts him into P11. Flip starting his lap as well. I think everyone's right on the lap now. With Snedgy matching his original lap, not massive improvement, but maybe he'll find some time right now on the last sector. At least that's what he'll hope for. And now last corner. Up the hill. DRS open. No improvement. He matched his original lap time, I'll say. Stays P12, but don't think there's enough time unless he got another lap of fuel on him and he can recharge his battery on time to go for another lap. But unless he got that, but if not, his quali will be over. With flip now, half a tenth improvement going towards last corner. This will be Flip's final lap, I think, yep. Senec retires, and half a tenth improvement stays P8 for Flip. Good effort, but that's quali for him. And then the two Aston coming, both are gonna start their lap, so maybe Alfa Romeo as well. So the car that's gonna be actually setting a lap, maybe it's Tom K, I think. Which he goes into the pit, because I don't think he was gaining if that's the case that he's pitting. But Schrober now, half a second improvement. Going last hitter, very close to the line there, Schrober, be careful. Now going across the line, 1:16.9 puts right behind Toxic James. The two McLaren doing well with Peterman gaining a bit position. 1:16.7 goes P2. But good effort, Schrober. Very good improvement there to P5. But the next car coming across the line would be Phantominium. But I think he matched his lap, so I don't think he'll gain much. He gained 1/10, but takes P2 back off Peterman from row for Phantominium. With K Namagan, 1:16.8 goes P4. Gamer LP improvement, 17.2 up to P8. And then there's a Williams of Wingsip. Oh, spinning the car across the line. No improvement, I guess, then. But Grammy takes P2 out of wherever he was, all the way up to P2, 1:16.6. Very good improvement there from Grammy. And then there's, I don't think anyone on a lap other than, yeah, Gary's not on a lap. So that night, this is Portugal or Portimao. But yeah, that's quali for you guys, I believe. Nothing much gonna change now as we're just waiting. But Finzek with a 1/10 gap takes the pole position here in Portimao. And grip position for you guys. Finzek on pole, 1:16.5 is the pole lap here with 1/10, with a very close fight for P2, I would say. All within 1/10 of each, in fact, yeah, 1/10 of each other. Got Grammy, Phantominium, and Peterman, P2, P3, P4. Phantominium, home race, I would say. Starts second row, will still have a good chance for winning. And follow behind K Namagan on P6. McLaren both in top 7, or yeah, top 7. Got Schrober in P6, 7. Senec, Gamer LP, Flip, Manny, next Hamburg, Gary Hamilton, and Tom K. And terrible timing from me, but that's the good position for you guys. There you go. There's an infight for Flip. But yeah, from my very trustful source, it will be a full dry race and countdown starts. So it's not long till we start the race. As now it goes 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, and it's lights out and away we go. But no one is starting. Oh, a bit delay, I guess. But yeah, Finsec takes the start nice and clean, goes into turn 1, follow behind, people going wide with someone actually spinning around, and more people spinning around, but that's a big contact there. Gary Hamilton hitting the side of Humbert, I think. Hopefully there's no damage for Gary. But cars running wide again. P1, P2 got through cleanly, so gone already. And Schrober almost went for a move down the inside of Phantominium there. But Phantominium stays in front for now. And at the moment, Senec gaining a position there of Kane Amagon up to P7. Kane Amagon is a bit lagging around, I think, but hopefully that won't affect us much. And Flip left the game, but I sent him an invite, so it should be fine. As Finsec now leading the race, 6/10 away already, still gaining away. With follow behind Snetji, gained the position of Amber, and now the other Williams of Wixip and Nelson was fighting, but Nelson stays in front. With next Gamer LP and Flip all have a gap, but Flip just disconnect. I think next and Gamer LP got affected by the start, but that was unlucky. And Nelson pits. I believe that would be some sort of damage then. Yep, it changes the wing. And Senec dropping a few position, struggling to find grip there, I would say. But now he's used a bit battery or maybe wing advantage. Goes down the inside of 2 card and maybe takes the double overtake, but slight contact there with Kane Amagon. But thank God no one crashed. Kane Amagon trying to go for the inside, but Senec swipes around the outside and keeps the position. With now need to send another invite, so 1 second guys, there you go, invite done. And sorry guys, need to answer some people. And yep, now top 2 already checked out already with 1.4 seconds of a gap already now, and Schrober having a really good start from what I remember. Now in P3 position with now Peterman really close to Phantominium's rear, and Kane Amagon lagged a bit I think, so he lost a bit of time. But Senec goes for the inside move, Leber, and gets it done nice and cleanly down the inside. With now back to P7 and further behind, there's Snatchdor Wedge losing a few position, I think. So maybe there was a bit struggle, but now up in front, Wixip and Gamer LP was fighting, but Gamer LP just left it through. That's not a good corner to fight, I think. As now Manny looking for a move of Gary Hamilton. He's right up Gary Hamilton's rear right now, really. But he's really trying to get past Gary now, as he's on the stop. But Gary is defending really nicely, so he stays in front right now. But further in front, I don't think. Yep, Phantominium actually gaining with DRS. Overtakes Schrober. And then further behind, more moves done because of the power of DRS with quite a long straight. But someone went off. Manny went off, and the marble on the tire just put him around. I think maybe that was a big contact, but didn't see so. But oh, there's a collision. Caught it on screen just in time, but clicked away. And Yashibo, and then I think people like Yashibo, Gary, and a few more people got involved in that, I think. And now joining us is Justin with the comms.
Hello, hello.
But we need to get him an invite so he can see what's happening as well. As now, Grammy actually 2 tenths right behind Finzic's rear, and now overtakes him with the power of DRS again, and takes the lead. We got a new leader now for this Portugal Grand Prix. As Gary pitting, as I think it's obvious that he got wing damage there. Good old tier 3 crashes. There's never a race without crash. A race without crash is not a race, I mean. As Manny now, 3-second penalty, and Gary got one as well earlier, I believe, from what I remember. And P3 to P7 onwards, still in each other's DRS, which basically means a DRS train yet. And Phantominium actually using some battery to try to gain on top 2 right here, and Finzic actually not trying his best to stay right behind Grammy. Maybe he's just trying to get a pull along from Grammy. And yeah, seems like now things have started to be calmed now, as Toxic James actually starting to lose a bit of time off the Aston Martin of Phantominium. As Finzic 1 second off as well, but lucky for him, detection point is actually behind, so he still get DRS, but he's not using DRS, so his prop just staying behind. As Peterman with DRS gets past Schrober now. Schrober dropping from P3 back to P6. That's not good. Kane Amagan, 3-second penalty. And now
Toxic James now behind Phantominium. DRS open. Looking into the inside. Cleanly makes a move down. Up to P3.
Humbert with a 3-second penalty. But Tom K trying to do the exact same move like how Toxic James did, but didn't have as much momentum as Toxic James did, but trying to switch back, but it stays behind. Humbert stays in front of Tom K now, but I'm sure won't be long till we see him being in front. And now Toxic James leading the second group of people, the whole DRS train. Maybe he can pull them back up to the 2 people in front, but no one will know, as Toxic James and Phantominium actually pulling away off the second group. As
Panic looking to make a move. DRS open. And Stroba as well.
But all 3 of them wearing white there actually. Typical. It's just tradition of Portugal, innit, Justin?
Of course.
As
Not
now,
a few slides.
okay, now Megan actually. Oh, Schrober let it break there down the inside. Maybe a move, but with the soft tire grip up, no, it wouldn't. So Schrober would need to wait for another chance before he get past that Alfa Romeo. As now Netgy's really close up as well, but the people behind got a gap, fairly average gap to each other in fact. So I think the middle group of people will be the ones we're focusing on at the moment. With now Finzic still staying behind Grammy in fact. And will he be using DRS this time around? Like, yes, he will. Maybe move here with the slipstream DRS, but he lives, so he's staying behind. In fact, not gaining, not trying to overtake off Grammy. Same with Bantaminium on Toxic James, but now Tom K with DRS goes past Snetchy. Nice and cleanly done. As Gamer LP gets a 3-second penalty and a bit lock up there from Tom K, but wouldn't affect him much as he got 3/10 gap. Will Snetchy try with that tree to go for a move though? He's staying behind at the moment, I think. It's now Scenic trying to gain on Payderman, maybe, I think. And Payderman trying to gain back to the two in front, but the two in front not really fighting it out that much, so they're not really losing that much time.
Oh, Phantominium. Out the final corner, looking to overtake Toxic James. And makes the move done.
In fact, Snetchy behind, doing the same move on Tom K again. At this point, they're just swapping position, I believe, to, gain maybe some time. But there's a yellow flag, K Namagan spinning around. Don't think it was contact with each other, as I remember he wasn't really close to anyone near him. Had like a decent 1-second gap, so probably just a mistake there. With a Red Bull behind, Snatch Door Wedge had a mistake there as well from himself, I think. And yeah, now Payderman still 1 second behind the two in front, which fairly decent. Doesn't really need to push into that DRS as long as he stays behind them closely. And now Finzik right behind Grammy again, but don't think he'll go for a move. But he actually used it a bit battery there. Right up Grammy's rear, pulls out now, takes the lead back off Grammy and into P1 now. Grammy staying behind, obviously, as them two just should work together and gain a even bigger gap, I believe.
Toxic James again, very close behind Phantominium. DRS open. Is he gonna dive down the inside? No.
Staying behind. Grammy actually really close to Finzik right now, but I don't think Grammy's the person to do moves down in section 2. Probably would still wait for the long straight with DRS, I think. It's a bit locked up there, but should be fine. And yep, Nova did the SRC command, I guess. Maybe our third then. As you might see on the stream, Sim Racing Center, very pleasure, a big pleasure, or glad we got partnership or sponsorship, I'll say, to with
Finzik goes
SRC.
wide and Grammy takes the lead of the race.
Yep, and as I was saying, SRC very kindly gave us doing sponsorship with us, and now if you go SRC or Sim Racing Center, and if you buy setups, you use code GFL10, I think, with exclamation mark at the end, or just GFL10, you get a 10% off, which helps SRC, helps us as well. And a good setup, which I personally use their setup as well. Good setup lets you enjoy racing more, so why not test it out and support SRC and support us as well. And yeah, that's after done. And now back to the racing. Grammy in the lead, 6th gap, with Toxic James Ashley a bit close to out of DRS of Fanta, but stays in with a yellow flag behind Nelson on Manny.
Spins round.
Yeah, unfortunately, keep having mistake. That's not the best thing to have, really. But now Grammy still in the lead with 4/10 gap. Phantominium trying maybe to drop Toxic James if he can, but he wouldn't want to use all his battery just for that. So now we see that maybe Soft Compound would be a bit struggling now, as lap 12 maybe Schrober was going for Soft Hard or going a long stint for Soft Medium even, as Flip goes down the inside of Wingsuit. Nice exit, takes the position, stays in front. Yashibo now. Oh, slight contact. Few times. Oh, done a Landstraw. That's not the cleanest thing we'll like to see, but Yashibo taps Wingsuit and Wingsuit spins around. But further behind, Gary actually making a move on Snatch Door Wedge and takes the position, or maybe Snatch Door Wedge made a mistake. But yeah, not the best.
Takes the lead of the race again. Schrober the first one pitting from softs.
5-second penalty as well, sure, but that's not very good.
That's not nice. And Tom is boxing as well.
Tom's of Soft Compound as well, no? As medium for.
Boxing from mediums.
Yep. Schrober goes medium, and then Tom goes Hard Compound, I think. Interestingly, but it works for him. Then it works. As now Schrober would like to gain as much as he can for that undercut. As we're actually close to medium's pit window as well, I'll say. To be fair, maybe it's like in 2 or 3 laps, maybe, I think, from what I remember. And Aston running someone's race, where have I seen them before? No clue, mate. Doesn't really sound that familiar, really. Aston behind running into someone's rear. No clue. But as now Snatch Door Wedge in the pit as well, comes out at Compound, but gets lapped by Finsec and Grammy. And Yasin in the chat. How we doing, Yasin? As now Hamber actually made a move on Snetchy, but Snetchy maybe would try to get that position back, but the Soft Compound really struggling now for grip, so couldn't make the move or even stay closer as he would like to, but that's how strategy works. Great, you sound pretty chill for a commentator. Thanks, said Yasin. That's great to hear from you. Good feedback, I'll say, maybe. But yeah, now maybe we can actually look at the tyre strap, maybe. As now Flip and Snetchy both still on soft tyre, 13 lap. That's a pretty long run, I'll say. But maybe we will see Snetchy pitting this lap, or even Flip as well, as I think soft tyre maybe would be like on, I don't know, even 50 something percent tyre wear or even more. But we'll see now. Snetchy, like I say, box now, and speeding in the pit lane. That looked a bit quicker, doesn't it? 5 seconds for him. With Gamer LP and next with swapping the mediums off as well now, in fact. But flips continues as Neji goes medium with Gamer LP going for hard compound and next going for I think hard as well. Yeah. What happened to Snatch the Wedge? Made a few mistakes and he was at the back of the group, I'll say, or the pack.
I think he's lapped right now.
Yeah, and he got lapped as well, unfortunately, after his pit stop. But hope safety car wouldn't help him much. But maybe if he stayed out, and he'll
Just scrapping away at Kane Amagana. And he stays behind.
in fact, Scenic actually quite close. As
Fensick
the
coming
leader
into the
box
pits.
now,
And speeding into the pit lane.
5 seconds. That's gonna hurt him very much.
That's gonna be costly. And Toxic James as well, boxing for mediums.
And hard compound for Finsick, and hard compound for James as well. So it seems to be like today's strategy will be hard, medium hard or soft medium at the moment. As flip box now.
Will he come up in front of Kane Amagana? Finsick will.
But James is behind. But still a decent, fairly good gap for him for clean air, I'll say. As flip now medium, so it is soft medium for the strategy. As now Grammy, I think, would just stay within the white lines, not get a penalty, and Grammy should have to win in his back, I believe. But Phantominium, 1.7 seconds behind now, actually gained quite a bit, and maybe would steal that win off Grammy. But Grammy continues, Phantominium also continues. Maybe they're going for medium soft actually, as they're extending their stint here. But Payderman say no to medium soft, and box now for Hearts, I'll assume. And
Yep, Shoba made his way past Wixup on his new mediums.
good to hear, making progress there. As Finsick now,
Kane
Jesus,
Amagana
what-
speeding into the pit lane.
come on guys, a lot of speeding here. As Hambert boxing to Hart as well. Yep. Ken Namagan goes Hart as well. Yeah, so now only few drivers having boxed now. So the top three here having boxed, and a slow Ferrari. A bit will spin, I'll assume, but only top three, Yashua, and few people that boxed earlier haven't boxed now, and I think Wix haven't as well. But yeah, I think top three would be going for medium soft actually. So maybe boxing like lap 20 or so. As now let's have a lot of penalties. 3-second penalty for Gamer LP, Gary, Manny, and Snatch Joe Wedge, as we can actually see Kane Namagan. Oh, contact. Spins around. Commit to a bit too much, I'll say maybe, but I'm not sure about that. And loses position.
That's not great on brand new tyres.
Yeah, would hurt, especially on those hard as well, but maybe helps him warm up the hard compound after one outlap, I'll say. Maybe.
Yeah, and Finsick very comfortable in the net lead as Wixup come to the pits and
And
gets
the 5
another
second.
gets a 5-second penalty.
Jeez, guys. A
I
lot
think
of
the
5
fifth
seconds
time
there.
now.
Continue with penalty. Gamer LP, Manny, Gary, Snat Edge got 3 seconds. With 5-second penalty, people, we got Finsick, which was our net P1, but that 5 second gonna hurt him a bit. With Grammy later on with new soft gonna hunt him down. And Schrober, Snetchy, and I think it was Kay Namigan who got 3 seconds off the track limits and 5 seconds off speeding, and 6 seconds for Humbert and Manny, who just got the second 3 second descent. But now, no one is actually in each other's DRS other than Nelson and Gary.
These penalties are going to be really important at the end of the race, as Toxic James is starting to catch up with Finzik. A 3 second gap.
Which means that I believe Finzik will, when Grammy box, he'll be having a decent gap to Grammy, which because of the undercut, which is quite powerful in Portugal, I'll say. As Hammer gets another 3 seconds, which gonna affect his race, but that it is what it is. And Finzik, like I say, he will be in front of Grammy with Toxic James as well, because of the strong undercut. And even Paderman could be in front of Grammy as well. So Grammy with Newsoft later would need to fight really hard for the positions, but including to make sure that he gets in front of Toxic James Paderman and stays in Finzik's 5 seconds. As now Grammy and Senec both pit on soft tyre for Senec, so Grammy would do the same, I assume. Yeah, and he does. But now Finzik fly past the pit straight and gets past both of them. Is Toxic James goes past as well with Grammy behind. And Paderman is behind Grammy, but Grammy's tyres haven't warmed up yet, so maybe Paderman would want to get past him on this DRS, but if I'm Grammy here, I'll use my battery to make sure I don't waste time on another car, which he stays in front. And now the hunt is on with a 9 second gap to Finzik. As Senec now
rebound boxes into the softs, and Phantom Minion trying to stay out as long as he could on the 19 laps of the medium.
Maybe he's hoping for a safety car here, but we will see. Now that Gary gained the position of Wixit. But now Phantom Minion boxes, and he'll look to be in front of Schrober, maybe, I'll say. But that one lap's gonna lose him time to even Senec, I'll say. So maybe Senec will be in front of him, but Senec using battery on the straight to make sure he gain as much as he can. And Phantom Minion, oh, that was pretty close, can't lie. Paderman 3 seconds, and Senec is in front. Manny
would crashes from the race, and it's a full safety car.
That's a bit unlucky from Phantom Minion. If he stayed out for one more lap, it would be way more.
That's really unlucky.
That just, yeah. He would.
All cars have boxed, and Gary might want to box as he's on hards.
Got to lead it, let's see. So now we got I think only 2 car that got lapped by the leader, I think. I'm not sure, but that's what I
And Flip
think.
next, Kanamagon, Gary and Wixit boxes.
And I assume that people like Finzik or Toxic James, Finzik will definitely box if I'm him to get rid of those 5 second penalty. Okay, came up in these. Invite, yeah. Game up. There you go, mate. As like I say, he boxed to get rid of that 5 second, but Toxic James off the hard as well, so they will look to go for medium as Grammy as well.
Oh, there was go trainer.
So it would be everyone who's going for mediums now, I say. But Fanta actually stays out to take the lead with Scenic behind us. So, but Grammy's going for a new set of soft. In fact, even though he just did one lap with him, but one lap could decide a lot here with soft compound. But now, Vandominium, new leader of the race again, with new tyres as well. Scenic behind with one lap older soft, and Toxic James actually with the newest tyre in top 3, 1 lap difference, but it is what it is. It's still fresh, but Nelson actually getting a time penalty under safety car, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, and now everyone's either on soft or medium, other than a few back run or mid few runner who was on hard, who probably Gary Hamilton 3 seconds as well under safety car. Just take your time, guys. 5 seconds.
Oh, wait, so the speed's
well.
a little bit late.
Yeah, well, that's unlucky, but
It will be a very interesting restart as we have multiple compounds on the front of the grid.
And Finsick will probably hope that he can overtake LP on the restart and make sure he pulls a gap with himself and Grammy between, so he can gain back that advantage on the start of the stint for the medium. But Gamer actually boxed now. Oh, because he was disconnected, that's why he didn't box. But safety car still out, so he still will be in the train. But now everyone around Finsick on soft compound other than himself on medium, and Herbert, Max G if you prefer, on hard compound, and Peterman on mediums.
That's really unlucky as he comes out at P15.
But he got the freshest higher, so that will give him an advantage as well of maybe the 3 people with medium in front of him, or even Yashibo as the tyres are 3 lap order. But now we have a Mercedes leading the pack, which is the second car that led the most lap in the Chinese Grand Prix. Fun fact. And now leading the Portugal Grand Prix as well. But now, as we're waiting for Nelson, Snatch, Dorwetch and Wixip to catch up, so it probably will be another lap of safety car before we have the restart, which Phantominium will have all control of the restart. What's our prediction for top 3 here, Justin?
It could be anything really.
Maybe a comeback from
Quite a few
Finsick?
softs runner, and Scenic has tyres 2 lap older. It will be very interesting from the back though, because they all have new tyres and it's all another new battle.
Will we think of Finsick actually gaining enough? Oh, that's just a braking, but that's braking. Thought that was debris for 1 second actually. But like I said, as I was asking, are we thinking that Finsick with the medium will actually have an advantage on the last few laps and would be the reason he takes the lead and wins the race?
He has the ERS to do so, and the cars in front would probably be scrapping around. Yeah, he would have a great chance to take a podium as well.
It will be a very close fight here actually, which is always what we like to see instead of a boring race. Close battles, who say no, then why you're watching really. But now everyone giving each other space, which I wish I get that as well normally in a safety car. And yeah, I think them two unlapped themselves actually. I think they actually unlapped themselves, no? Snatch, Dulwich and Wixit, I think they did, because the gap to leader just 11 seconds instead of a whole minute. Well, everyone's back in the race then. As now, safety car reset, and we'll have Justin take us through the reset.
You have a lot of glitch position changes at the moment.
That's
And
made a mistake.
Phantom Medium is going to lead us for the restart with Scenic, Toxic and Finzik behind. This would be a very interesting restart, and he's trying to stay as late as possible onto the control line. Now we're onto the main straight and he's still not going. And now we restarts and Scenic and Toxic James follow Phantom Minion. And now a few moves behind. Car's going too wide.
Oh, there's contact.
Ooh. And
Humbert.
Hamberts get spun round.
To commit, mate, to commit. Never making it in turn one, but that's the cause of
And
my
Yasubal making another move.
But in the leader, actually, Toxic James going for a move on Phantominium down the inside. Seems to be like that's the favourite spot for James to make move now, as the McLaren leads the race right now. And Scenic just being patient, staying behind them two and let them fight, and hopefully to take the scrap. But Grammy actually losing a bit of time, not in the DRS anymore, but Yashibo down the inside of Tom K. And there's a bit tap, but really close right now. We will see on the Paderman camera. And Tom K, more contact with Yashibo. There's a lot of banging there. Seems like F1 actually becoming bumper car as very close there from Paderman. Actually was going for a move on Yashibo, but backed off on time before taking him out, as Toxic James new tyre, fresh, soft, new fastest lap. And now Paderman with battery will go for a move down turn one. Maybe they're going side by side with Yashibo. Goes through cleanly, Yashibo off track, but guess stays in front. And 3 seconds for K Namagon right now. And
Yasubal trying to make a switch back.
Schrober dropping position.
He made great progress this race as he gained 12 positions from the start.
And it becomes 13.
Makes a move down the inside.
Becomes 13. Yashibo actually 13 position gain, like Justin said, big winner here. If he Grammy actually struggling on the soft compound.
Oh, Tom is coming back on Yasubal.
And Yashibo stays behind. But seems like Grammy doesn't really like the soft compound tyres. Did he make a mistake here for boxing to soft compound? As it doesn't seem to be like his favourite tyre, but on what we can see from this camera, the cars behind going 3 wide actually, having Tom, Yashibo
scrapping away.
And Yashibo stays in front. But James still in the lead. As next door wedge losing position to cars. And K Namagan Wixip and Snatch Dolwedge actually having a really close fight behind as well. But there's contact between Wixip, K Namagan and Snatch Dolwedge after I said so. That's commentator curse for you. But we need that for every race.
Yasubal makes the move past Grammy.
There's contact.
And Grammy gets spun round.
Oof. That's not good. But Yashibo goes 14 places up. Gary is dropping a bit position with Tom K as well. And Grammy now, last second he was P5, now all the way down to P15. That's just unlucky Grammy. As Humbert, I think, made a make the mistake, and K&M will gain the position off him, I think. But now the fight became Toxic James, Phantominium, Scenic, and Finsick for the fight, for the win.
Game LP looking to make a move on the main straight with DRS open.
And Payderman also going round the outside maybe. But Grammy retires off the session over 50%. That's totally fine. I understand the frustration as well. That's just unlucky, Grammy. But good race from you. Just got taken out. That's unlucky. Can't do much about it from you. And now James actually pulling a decent gap. But Fanta obviously wouldn't let him go that easily. As Scenic pushing to stay behind as well, and Finsick as well. Game at LP and then the 3-second penalty, or the first one maybe. I don't remember very well who got penalty or not.
Yeah, it's very interesting that there's a train from P6 down to all the way to P14.
As Flip gets a 3-second time penalty again. 21 viewer on the side channel as well. Thank you guys for joining us on this close battle on the last 5 lap of the Portugal Grand Prix.
Toxic James leads us to lap 29.
Oh, Snedgy
And
crashed out.
Crashed out at the last corner.
But don't think a safety car's going to come out now. So we're still going to have racing action going. But next, actually going for a move on Gamer LP down the inside now with very good grip there. Very nice and clean move there from next. Gamer LP down the inside again. Late break. Will next look for a switchback here. No, he wouldn't. He just stay behind as he sees Gamer LP flashing. And Tom K actually crashed out as well. Oh, he retired on track. Well, that's going to be a penalty. Or maybe did he... Is he crashed out or... I don't think
He's in the middle of the track, I can't tell.
But we didn't have a really clear view of that, but I have no clue. So my controller slammed on it. Okay. Okay.
And the top 4 are still pretty close to each other.
And Tom DNF'd me.
Way onto the last lap.
Well, that's going to be a job for Stuart then, I'll say. Hopefully Tom and Snedgy, both of you got clipped. But yeah. But now half a second between James and Fanta. Senna gets a 3-second penalty now.
Gets a 3-second penalty going wide.
That's probably going to be 4th for Scenic.
And Finsick going round the outside.
Scenic not giving this up easily. Have big contact with Finsick.
Yep, as they make light contact and Finsick makes a pass.
But if I'm Scenic now, I wouldn't fight much, but just stay in DRS to make sure keeping himself in front of Yashibo with the 3-second now. But top 3, it still could be anyone's race. But now Finsick actually maybe going a move, having a peek, but stays behind for the slipstream. And all 3 of them stays behind. Next now, 3-second, but I don't think it really mattered that much for him, because people around him all got penalty as well.
Phantominium is in a really good place to win the race, because he has the most ERS. And he still stays behind and he goes wide.
And now Finsick goes in front, but Scenic also maybe picking up the scrap, but Scenic stays behind, lets Fanta stay in front. As now, next a Gamer LP fighting it out, next gaining a defending, not gaining, I don't think. Defending the position of P6. And he stays in front. Next being Fernando Alonso, move here defending like a lion. But now Vinsik actually being in front of Fanta would made Fanta's win chance lowered a bit. As now we see Senec actually being really close to Fanta, but will he try to make a move on Fanta? Even for the car in front got DRS as well, as Senec with a lower wing, Vinsik takes the lead with DRS, but Senec stays behind, and Vinsik now back in the lead with 1 lap to go. Toxic James staying behind. And let's see.
Vinsik and Toxic making light contacts into the hairpin. And Toxic James with ERS and DRS open.
Toxic James actually goes for the move, but stays behind. Goes switchback maybe, but doesn't really work for him there. But Fantas now 7/10 behind, still have a chance for the win here. And then Toxic James just pushing Vinsik along really. But Estimator and spotting drive off the grid. Okay. But yeah. Right now we're focusing on top 3 here. As now last biggest chance for overtake on main straight, obviously. Schrober gets a 3-second penalty down P12, but he'll still take the last pole position. And now here we go on the straight. DRS
using
wide
all
open,
their battery, trying to take the slipstream down the inside goes Toxic James
and takes the lead. But Vinsik going for a switchback here, actually really close fighting here. Goes back down the inside, and James trying a switchback on him as well maybe. And Senec going for a move behind as well. And the McLaren with bit close here, maybe a late break move.
Would he dive down inside? He would
really
send
late
it down
break
the
move.
inside. Would he get his stop in time?
He wouldn't, and there's contact, a lot of contact there. But Vinsik stays in front with Toxic James now slots into P2. He still can have a chance, or even Phantominium with the most battery here. Both car in front flashing, and Fanta still got a lot of battery to go. Fanta could be picking up scraps here on at the end. But Vinsik goes wide and
James takes the lead.
And Senec fights Fanta. Fanta slots behind, got no
This
choice.
last corner will be really important. That the straight is really long onto the.
This could be a drag race here, can't lie. But
Vinsik taking as much slipstream as he can. Pulls out the car. Would he take?
And it is James.
No, he wouldn't. 41 thousandths of a second back.
That's really close there, but James takes the win off Vinsik. It's now Yashibo pay the man next. Game at LP, Flip, and Gary, Nelson, Schrober, all of them coming across the line now. As Wixip gets another 5 seconds, but I think that's just the game being trash again. And Hambert as well. Kane Amagon off across the line, and that's the race. Really close finish there, isn't it, Justin?
Yeah, maybe not the fairest of fights, but really entertaining for the last lap.
Yep, and the drag race there, really close. Couldn't really ask for much more of a fight there for the end, for the race win. But wow, just wow, 400th of a second.
Maybe a few more percent of ERS would have made it.
Or even maybe anything. Even maybe stayed like not even half a second behind before pulling out would get him enough momentum or slipstream for extra speed and gets in front as well. But that's the race for you, and that just really close fight as Toxic James wins the race, P1 with the fastest lap. Fantominium, Portugal flat, but I'm not sure about where he's from, but could be a home race podium, I think. But yeah, like I said, Toxic James P1, Finsec takes P2. Really close drag race fight there at the end, as Fantuf P3, Senec P4 with unlucky 3 second at the end of the race, and Yashubo P5, followed by Peterman next. Gamer LP, Flip, Nelson, Gary, Schrober, Wixip, K Namigan, Hambert, Tom K, and Snetchy Grammy, Manny, Snatch Door Wedge, or DNF for the bottom 5 driver. That was a really close race, really, and exciting fight at the end.
And a lot of speeding to the pit lane penalties.
Exactly, which affected the result a lot as well, I'll say. But we'll now go to interviews. So, like Fanta asked.
And we'll be back in a minute.
Yep, we'll go on to the Be Right Back screen, and when we get ready for interview, we'll hop into it.
The battle's coming now. The fury shakes the ground. I've come to take my crown. I'm rising up, my heart is pounding, ready or not, the clock is counting. This is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. Whoa, I was born for greatness. Oh, a legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. Whoa, come on, try and take it. Whoa, it all comes down to this and deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. You know I'm out for blood. I'm feeling dangerous. I just can't get enough. I'm rising up, my heart is pounding, ready or not, the clock is counting down. This is my moment. This is my moment. This is my moment. Whoa, I was born for greatness. Whoa, legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. Whoa, come on, try to take it. Whoa, it all comes down to this and deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. I am the champion. I know where I'm going. I have been chosen. I'll never be broken. I am the champion. A clashing of titans, a battle of giants. Take a moment of silence. I am the champion. Whoa, I was born for greatness. Whoa, legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. Whoa, come on, try to take it. Whoa, it all comes down to this and deep in my bones. Oh
So we got two of the podium drivers here with us for interview. We got Phantominium and Toxic James here, the race winner and our third place. So we'll start with Phantominium, Aston Martin driver, third place. Very good race from you, and was really in the fight for the win for that few last lap. How was your race for your point of view, Fanta?
I spent all day sweating. Like some people know, I spent all day sweating all tracks, just getting acquainted with a lot of them and getting setups for the tracks. And Portugal was the last one that I did, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm tired. I'm not gonna do this." And it came out to be Portugal. It's also sad about the quali. I do think I could have been on for the pole, but I had a gigantic moment in sector 2, and I lost like 2 or 3 tenths in turn 10, I believe. So, but Finzik and Toxic James were just too fast. I don't know if James was using on the restart. He overtook me at one point, and I don't know if he was using, but I was struggling to keep up with him. I think at one point I got DRS by like 4 thousandths of a second. But I'll take P3 after the win in the first race. P3 in the mystery round is pretty lovely, I'd say. So yeah.
Like you say, very lovely. After the win first race and P3 now, that's very good point. And I think if not lead the championship, you be in second at least, no?
I think I'm still gonna be leading the championship because Finzik and Toxic James are reserves. So
Yeah, that's
unless they
and
get a permanent seat. So
and the closest driver to you is Grammy, who had unlucky race and but yeah, you be leading still.
what happened to Grammy?
Grammy just had a big collision and got spun around.
Unlucky.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
just
that's-
unlucky, but he had a strong race as well, and like you say as well, you when in a mystery round, strong race, and you really kept up at the end there with top 4 of you fighting. But yeah, great race. Congratulations on your podium P3.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well done. Very strong contention for the championship. And into P1, we have James. Hello.
Hello, you are?
And
Tell us what happened in this race. Very scrappy fight all the way into the end.
Yeah, I qualified P5, and I wasn't really looking for a win. I was looking for more of a podium actually. So I was stuck behind Phantominium for quite a while for a podium position. So I decided to try and go for an undercut on the hard, and Finzik did the exact same thing. But then I had like a 6 second gap, and then Phantominium just pitted for soft, and the safety car came out. So at the time, I didn't know that was beneficial, but I really didn't like it. But then after the safety car restart, I had a good overtake into the first corner because he went wide, and then Phantominium, like he said, didn't know if I was using. Yes, I was using. I was doing everything to get past, and
You sneaky
Done.
boy.
I only used like 30%, but that's quite a lot. And then yeah, I just pushed my tires really hard to try and get a DRS gap, and then I realized I'm pushing my tires too hard. So that's when he got back into the DRS because I wasn't pushing that much. And then yeah, really, and then I kind of had a battle to the end. I didn't think Finzik's medium tires would work, but then they came to him at the end, so I just had to do everything I could. I was just on him for the rest, and I was just how to say it. It was just a very exciting race to the line as well. I was on my toes, and yeah, it's very very fun.
I was curious of one thing, as I think you boxed for new tires during safety car as well.
Yeah.
Any chance, like how Grammy did, wait, not Grammy, Finzik, yes, like how Finzik did, were mediums any time a choice or even a thought for you to go for instead of the soft?
Not really,
So
honestly, because no, not at all. Because I saw Fantonium the lap before go soft. Now is the pit window, So if that was a pit window and the safety car would be out for another 2 laps, I might as well just go softs. It might have been a thought in mind, but it wasn't my biggest priority.
Right, that makes sense. And the end there, for obviously you and Finsick had 400th of a second to the
Yeah.
line. That's a drag race. Both of you out of battery. Did you know you have lower wings, maybe, or did you
No.
just thought like, I don't know if I'm gonna get this or not, but I'm gonna just use the whole battery until it's like even 0%.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was using every single bit of the battery because you're not going to use it again to the line. But I know I definitely had higher wings, so I
Mhm.
knew he had bigger straight line speed, but I had an advantage obviously because the DRS was literally like 2 seconds and the line's there.
Yep.
So yeah, it was very nerve-wracking.
Which for me and Justin, it was really nerve-wracking to look at you to fight the whole last lap, as turn one there is an opportunity, and then the second DRS, you two were scrapping like mad, having contact as well, like yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
then
If I-
wasn't anything
If I
bad.
might add, that was very nerve-wracking watching Finzik and James going side by side in some places because it did feel like they were a teeny bit away from crashing out, the two of
Yeah.
them. But yeah,
Well,
absolutely,
going into the hairpin, I dived definitely way too late because I couldn't see the braking point because I was off the line.
yeah,
But I went way too late, and then I turned, and he was ghosted,
mhm,
and so then he started like I didn't know if I was hitting him or not.
mhm,
But then his car started turning right, so then I had to turn right because I did not want to take him out. Because if I took him out there, that would have been me kind of
yeah,
finished. I probably would have been
of
banned,
course.
I don't know. But then I just decided to go for the most random move into that corner because you might as well.
Yeah,
Like-
but seems very hard racing to be fair. Just
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, it was getting there in the first few laps, trying to keep the lead, and then the BBM
then-
was probably like at least 200.
yeah, and then after safety car, it's just nerve-wracking the whole restart there. You
Right.
lot pushing each other around, fighting, and 400th at the end, man. But
Mate, honestly, it's probably one of the closest finishes I've ever had. Probably
Yeah.
is the closest finish I've ever had.
or even in a league race of GFL, really, 400th is really close. Can't lie.
Especially for a win as well.
Yeah, exactly. And both of you got no battery as well, so very well done by you, and good race, and congratulations on the win after not racing the first race or even a few of them.
First race.
Yeah, first race, first win. Very well done.
Mhm.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you, mate. I was gonna say you too. What?
Yeah, always like that. But by that note, we're gonna end the stream here. Thank you for people watching, and next race will be Tier 1, which is Austria special format, and